So hello friends, welcome back to channel. In our previous video we have discussed about the creation of the file system, mounting, permanent mount and temporary mount, like how to create a partition, how to delete that partition. Today I will show you one more thing. So might we have observed when we are doing the df-h, we are getting two physical partition, is one is slash and one is slash boot. Okay, but if you go in a etc fstab file, you will find one entry which is swap. Okay, this is the disk where it is mounted. File type is also swap. So what is swap? So swap space in Linux is used when the amount of physical RAM is full. So like I am having 2 GB of RAM in my system and it is full, then system uses the swap space. How it uses? If the system need more memory resources and RAM is full, so inactive page in a memory move to the swap space. While swap space can help machine with a small amount of RAM, it should not be considered as a replacement of a RAM. So it is not the primary, it is a secondary thing. Swap space is located in a hard drive, okay, which is having the slower access than the physical memory like RAM. And swap space can be dedicatedly swap partition or a file. Okay, so there are two type of things, but let me explain you in better manner. MS Paint. Okay, I have opened the MS Paint. So this is one thing and this thing. Okay, so this you can say main memory, and this we can say secondary memory. Okay, so this is our RAM, and this one is called swap. This could be a file or it could be a partition. We'll discuss those things later. So assume that my RAM is around a 2 GB. Okay, and there are some program running here, 1, 2, and consuming this much RAM. Okay, so this type of the process are running, and there might be, see, every process will not get 100% of the RAM every time. So as you know, process work in a round robin algorithm. So if this is the active, then this uh, CPU and memory allocation is getting moved from one to another. Okay, so let's assume it has consumed all the 2 GB of memory and new process needs to be loaded, but this last one is sitting idle. So what system will do? System will move this to swap. Okay, that we call swap in. From here to here it has moved. Okay, and new process will get placed here, and whenever this process is required, it will take out from the swap to the main memory. So this how process are swapping between swap partition and the main memory RAM. But we require a RAM. Without RAM, swap will not work. It is not the replacement. Swap partition is just helping RAM to load a new process, and as I mentioned, swap is having slower access than the RAM. Okay, so we cannot totally depend on the swap. Okay, so what's the size of the swap? Generally, the size of swap is almost twice of the RAM. You have, like I'm having a 2 GB of RAM, so my swap partition should be 4 GB. So let's see what we are having here. If we are again etc fstab, we are able to see this thing. Let's see in a lsblk. So it's showing this 820 MB. Okay, not 1 GB also. So this is the design by the system itself, as I am having 1 GB of RAM and it is having 800 MB of swap. That is quite okay, but in a general scenario, if you are talking, the double of RAM is required. Okay, so we'll see, but it is not visible in df-h how you can see the swap partition. So to seeing a swap uh, free, and if you hit the enter key, you will say memory and swap, but this is not a human readable. we'll do in a GB. Okay, GB is swap is having the less than, we'll do in MB. Okay, so total memory, this is the memory we are having, physical memory, it is in use and this much is free. Buffer cache and available disk and swap memory is 819. So whenever our system is totally using the physical memory and it requires some more space to put that inactive pages, it will move those processes in a swap and free that thing from a memory, and memory will use those available things in new processes, and whenever this inactive page required in some other process, it will take out from the swap and put in a main memory, and other process which is currently inactive will get moved to swap space. So it is an ongoing process like a circle of life. So that's how it works. So if you are getting the thing, uh, swap is highly utilized, so you can do free. If you want to see in GB, press G, otherwise MB is there, MB. Okay, so you can say swap is not utilized here in this scenario. So how we can create a swap partition? That's the discussion of this session. So as we can see, LSBLK is having 8 MB of swap partition which is under LVM. Okay, so how we will create a partition? We are having SDB1 partition is free for 1 GB and SDB2 partition is also free. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll take SDB5 which is having 500 MB. Okay, it is not mounted anywhere. So earlier we are making partition and formatting like mkfs.ext3 and ext4, but this time we'll do make swap mkswap /dev sdb and the value is 5 we are giving. Okay, wiping out the old partition signature, it has wiped out. Now if you see free -g free or m, still it's not showing, it's 800 MB. We have created a partition but system not aware that it is a swap partition. So for seeing a swap, swap on -s show. So what we'll do, swap on /dev sdb5. Okay, again we'll do swap on -s. Oh, boom, it's showing sdb5 here, partition, size and priority is -2 and earlier priority was -1 for this. Okay, then we'll do free -m. Okay, now the combined size of this is available here. We are having two swap partitions mounting on the system and running in current environment. So we have what command we are having, swap on -a to on the swap, swap on -s to uh, show the swap. Okay, now I want to delete this partition from the swap. So what we'll do, we have done swap on, now we'll do swap off and the partition name sdb5. Okay, again we'll do swap on -s, sdb5 got removed here, and what we'll do, from mkswap we have created, so we can create another partition, or if I want to leave it like this, can leave, but I will format it mkfs dot xfs /dev sdb5. Okay, it's showing it's already using as a swap, so you have to use -f to forcefully create a xfs file system. Done. lsblk, disk is free, sdb5 and free -m, still back to 819. So this is how we can create a swap partition and use it. I will create one more video to on a swap to more understanding for more. So for more understanding, we'll create one more video on a swap that will cover entire thing. Then we'll discuss further more. Till then, keep practicing. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.